that last time, but yeah, put it on there.
The only thing to know. I
Is this the
cannot
theme
believe
tune then?
you do not know and remember the Big Breakfast. That is
Right,
an
well, so
absolute
no,
shamble. How old are you? 13?
mate. When did it come out then?
What, the Big Breakfast?
Yeah, when did the Big
I used
Breakfast
to
come
watch
out?
it when I was a little nipper, so I would say around, it probably started in like early 90s, like 93, 92, 93.
Oh,
But I remember it like watching it before school, like 7 years of age, that kind of age. Mate, the Big Breakfast was unbelievable. So many big names. Gabby Roslin,
Right.
yeah. You had Johnny, was it Johnny Vaughan? Is that his name, Johnny Vaughan? Yeah. You had Chris Evans, Zig and Zag. You had the lot. So welcome to the new version of the Big Breakfast. I'm Zig, you're Zag. Let's go.
I thought that, you know, because we watch Stick to Football, Gary Neville, Sky Sports thing.
Yeah.
I thought they created it.
What?
I just thought I thought they just made up Room 101, and it was like,
you didn't think it was an actual TV program?
But I had no idea. I just thought they made it up, and it was like, right, what do we kick out? Shocking, isn't it?
I think you literally live under a rock.
Maybe. Who's this? Paulie Yates? Who's that? I'm just gonna have to look up all this afterwards.
There we are. I remember walking to school singing "Get Your Knobbly Nuts Out." That's Jenny Limelight.
What? What?
Oh man!
Hopefully we can.
Before we start, bring up Josh comment. That is so cool.
Today is moving day. After 6 years, I'm going from my home office to 150 square foot storage locker. A baby on the way, so giving a little lad a nursery. New chapter for the business. Hopefully, office in time. That's crazy. I love moves like that. Do you remember when you got your you know, your garage is down the road, and I remember when I got my storage container. I felt like that was massive because, like I've said on here many times, it went from like the loft to my room to her garage, and then moving everything over there. It just felt like that was massive for me. Like, it was huge. All it was moving the storage into a container, and for you, moving it from where you was down in your shed to the garages. But it felt massive, mate. It felt like monumental, that move.
Mate, it's a bit icky, and I look back now and be like, why did I? I've done a selfie in my empty garage, like just being like, I've made it, like cancel garage down the road. But like, you've got to like embrace the steps in this business, because you want to look back. Like Josh will look back in 10 years' time and say, I moved into this space, and now look around. Now I've got 500 members of staff. I own half a shipping container, X, Y, and Z. So yeah, amazing, mate. Good luck with the move, and well done for the baby on the way and stuff, and nursery and stuff. That's cool.
Especially if you back yourself as well. It's like my mentality was so different like a year ago. I was just like, right, head down, just keep moving. No pictures, no nothing, no social media, none of this stuff. Just get down and do it. So all the stuff like in the loft, all the stuff in my room, her garage, there's no pictures, there's no nothing. And I think that's one thing that, I don't know, does tech speak about that a little bit as well? You know, like just moving so fast and not actually capturing moments. And
I've spoke to him about this before, because I said, like, I've always asked him, has he got any, not regrets as such, but anything he wish he'd captured more? And he said that he wish he took more photos along the way, even of like the 90-day totals, like going up where you start from 0 and then you've gone up to like 1,000, your first 1,000. So this is what we will say about it. Like, share your stuff on your Instagram, because it's your Instagram, and it's great to look back. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. It's as simple as that. Share it, be proud of it, and then you can look back in years to come and actually be like, yeah, look where I was when I was making £500 a month or £500 a quarter, but I was working out of my bedroom and I had all the shoes stacked to the side of my bed and I could hardly get into bed. Like, them memories will live there for a lifetime. But if you've got pictures, at least then you can scroll back and be like, wow, look at that. Like, do you remember the McDonald's chairs? I sometimes scroll back and just look at them and be like, that was nuts. I had 2 sets of McDonald's chairs from the restaurant. I was like, well, why have I got this stuff? But yeah, man, it's cool to look back and stuff like that.
Didn't you have a poster as well?
Mate, I had a big McDonald's banner that I had to lay out by the garages. It was so big. I had so much cool stuff from that guy. Man, if I can go back and get that stuff again, I would. Do you want to say a few quick words and we'll do the 101?
Everyone's chatting about Room 101. So, Limelight, famous bed interview. I've got no idea about any of this. So, Andy seems to know quite a lot. Big Breakfast was Paulie Yates, first met Michael. Can't even say that surname. From INXS. She left Bob. See what I mean? She left Bob and Michael. Like, everyone knows all this stuff. Like, even like Simon's going at it. Bob Geldof, wife back in the day, Paulie Yates, and Chuggles isn't the original George Orwell's 1984. The knowledge.
It might be. See, it didn't start on Stick to Football last week.
Nah, it did. Gary Neville started it. Morning from the Flippery.
Hello.
Good morning. Yeah, we got Room 101 today. But no, I was gonna ask about your weekend, mate. Car boots and stuff like that. We have a little catch up because we haven't really spoke about the weekend that much.
Yeah, it was all right, man. Like, I'm trying to think what day I was busy. Oh, Saturday. Oh my God, she's in the other room. Anniversary on Saturday with the lovely wife. So we went down to just outside of Portsmouth, and we went to this Murder Troll Live, it's called, and they run it all over the country. So imagine, and when I say this, you might be like, oh, it's a bit wanky, but it was a blow up tent, but I'm talking about huge scale. Like proper inflatable thing. I wish I put a picture on Instagram, to be fair. And man, it's really cool. I'm into all the true crime shit, you know that. And going to watch something like that was so interesting because you were literally the jury. So it's probably about 2 hours of hearing evidence. And then as a table, you have to decide whether the guy's innocent or guilty. So it's based on like a true story, but I haven't told you what story it's based on. And they made me like the foreman on the jury for our table. So I was the one who basically could override everyone's decision of wanted to. And I was one who had to kind of lead the conversation. So anyway, loving life, you know that. And on our table, there was 8 of us. We had 6 who said not guilty. I was one of them. And we had 2 who said guilty. And then what they do is collect the results from all the tables and then take it up and they read out the results. So you had 2 hung juries. And then you had a swing of 17 one way, 15 the other. So it was like super close. And he was guilty. They found him guilty. So I got it wrong. I tried to free man and he was guilty. But then what they do, they collect all the results from all over the country. And then you go on the website at the end of the show, like end of the year, whatever it is. And then they tell you the overriding result, guilty or not guilty. And then they actually tell you the case and whether the guy was found guilty or not guilty in real life.
So it's massive then. It's not just like a one thing for
that
event. Because I mean,
it's huge, man. Like honestly, if you're into it, kind of thing, it's a good laugh. It's good fun. So that's what we've done for anniversary. And then Sunday, car boots out, mate. Nothing special, nothing crazy. I'm gonna go to Dunton this Sunday again because the opportunity there is crazy. So what about you?
Now, aren't you?
Mate,
you're going to go there every week?
Not every week, probably every other, I reckon.
Yeah.
What about you?
Saturday was a struggle, to be honest. I think I got between 5 and 10 items. No crazy stuff either. But I remember we were speaking about it and I was like, because I was driving 45 minutes to an hour, something like that, coming back with 5 items. But I was thinking about it and I was like, because we were saying that, do we put pressure on ourselves when we drive quite far? Because we're like, you know, if we're driving like an hour, you want to make it worth it. So I don't know whether there's this like subconscious like pressure in your head when you're going around because you've traveled quite far. Whereas you've said it as well. And I get exactly the same. When I go to the one next door to me on Sunday, always do well. And yeah, I don't know what it is about the drive, but Saturday was definitely a struggle. Sunday was successful. Sunday, I think overall went to 2 car boots, got 52 items, including shout out Jamie Dodger as well. Oh my God, he put it on the radar. So, you know, them Osprey bags, he was like, look out for the baby carrier. I was like, what? Look out for the baby carrier. As if I'm going to come across a baby carrier. The bags are hard enough to find as it is. All of a sudden, 2 weeks later, walk across, woman's got an Osprey bag, I think it was 26 litre one. So I'm like, right, bang. She said 5. I'm like, yes, all day long. Take that. And then she went, oh, I've got a baby carrier. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not really interested in baby carriers. So I was like, I was going to walk on. So I looked to the side. It's in an Osprey bag, like a carrier bag. So I'm like, I'm like, interesting. So then I look on it, see the because he said look out for the Poco, something like that, and it said that on the side, and he was like, mate, they go for like 150 all the way up to like 300 quid pre-owned, and I remembered that in my head, and she was like, I'm looking for £12 for it, and I'm like, so I look at it. The thing, like, there was nothing really wrong with it because I thought, is there going to be snapped, buckles and all that sort of stuff? Looked at it, nothing wrong with it. She was just like 12 quid. I was like, yeah, go on, then I'll take that one as well. So I'm like, oh my God. And then I took a picture of it, sent it to him straight away. And I was like, mate, I cannot believe I've come across this 2 weeks later.
Right.
Mate, this stuff's out there.
Tell the truth. I see Yo-Yo's in the chat and he'll be fuming either way. So tell the truth. Did you say we'd take a tenner? Did you try it? I would have.
No.
No, you just paid the money.
Yeah, no, she said a £5 for the other one. So 17 quid for 2 Osprey bags. One of them was 26 litre. Bearing in mind, the week before I got it must have been like a 10 litre one or something. And they're great money as it is, but I get it. But sometimes I'm like, that's.
You've lost your touch, mate.
Don't get me wrong, I haggle a lot, but when it's because I thought she was going to say 50 quid, and then I would have been like, oh God, done about 50. But she went straight in with that, and I'm like, I just couldn't. So.
By the way, I'm triggering. I'm trying to trigger the chat. I really would not have bargained down for 2 quid on that kind of money. But this is what we're going to talk about in the room 101 today. Stuff that needs to go in the bin, and that might be what comes up later. But Yo-Yo's in. Yeah, what's wrong with reselling is the rab thieves. So I guess we're in the bin, Luke. We're gone.
I actually found one on Sunday.
Oh, don't get him upset. Don't get him upset.
No, it was a second one I found ever. But guy picked it up, who is a clothing reseller. He picked it up. He saw that the zip was broke. This was a down gilet, yeah, with a broken zip. But it just didn't connect at the bottom. The rest of it was fine. So it just like, when it comes apart.
Yeah.
He then puts it back, and then it's on a £5 rail. So I'm like, a little bit wrong with the zip, but it's a £5. No shipping, no insurance. £5 on the rail.
5 all in.
Yep, 5 all in. Put it back. Couldn't believe it. But yeah. What were the so you put it out on your Instagram, didn't you? What is wrong with reselling?
For the people who do not know with regards to Room 101, because like Luke, not everyone has seen it and doesn't believe it's a real thing. This is stuff that us as resellers want putting in the bin, and it doesn't have to be all reselling related. It could be, say, I don't know, the toilets at the car boot sale. It could be the food at the car boot sale, for instance, okay? It could be charity shop Karens. It could be anything you guys want to put in the bin. And I've done 2 posts on Instagram, and I had some responses. Now, it's anonymous, so I'm not going to say who gave me this stuff. There was a couple I can't read out on live. I will get cancelled, so I'm not going to do that, Luke. I'm not going to ruin your channel already. But let's kick things off with one. And if anyone else has got Room 101, I've just seen Alex's one. Do you know? We'll start with
these are gonna be amazing. Like, I'm just putting it out there. I reckon that anyone who, I just think we're gonna.
I filmed this. What Alex just put at the Essex one on the Sunday, not done in the second car boot, and I put a bit of Mario Kart music on Mario Land, where music is jokes. Even I creased up doing it myself because I'm so funny. But Alex's one, pull that up. Room 101, running to be banned at the car boot sale. So this is hilarious because when you have a car boot sale, when it's all set up, yeah, and the doors open, some of them have a buzzer, like big horn, time to go. I've seen it. The line gets
crossed. No, they don't.
Mate, you are Simon. He goes to that car boot sale, I think, at times. I've been there. They've got a line that runs across. You have to stand behind the line, and then it goes on the big horn. They drop the rope, and everyone does that shuffle run. You know, like when you cross the, when you cross a long road,
what speed walking? Like,
we're talking about the little shuffle. You see that at the car boot sale, but quicker. And I have seen full-on sprint vibes at the car boot sale. Yeah.
Tell me you haven't run. Have you ever not run?
Don't get me wrong. I ain't gonna lie. I've shuffled walked. I've done the shuffle, the quick power shuffle, because you've seen taking the queue. You know what it's like. You're in the queue. You're looking. You see something. You're like, I need to get there first, and it's the quick shuffle. Like when you're crossing the road, about to get run over. So yeah, we can vote together, Luke. I think the dad shuffle. I think, Luke, first things first, go back to Alex's one, bring that up, and we're going to decide whether it's bin or win. And I'm going to say, Alex, I want to keep the running at the car boot sale because it's just pure entertainment. So I'm winning on that.
I'm for it. I'm 100% for it, especially the shuffle. And I've got to miss Saturday. I definitely shuffled. As soon as a guy went, yep, go like that, straight off the front foot, bang.
Do me a favor, go to the door where you are now and just show me the speed we're shuffling to the camera. Are we talking? Oh, we've got to go right out. Okay.
Oh wait, so where the door is, that's where the start line is. Wait, I'll get my key back as well.
Because I need to see the pace we're talking here. Are we talking like 100-meter sprint pace, or are we talking a marathon shuffle after mile 19? Oh, he's got the bag and everything. Look how prepared he is. He knew this.
They'll go like what? They'll go. Can you hear me?
I'm gonna count you down. Yeah.
Yeah.
So behind the line. No, mate, get back. Right. 9 o'clock. 3, 2. Hold on, John. Get back. 3, 2, 1. Oh no, that's quite fast.
Mate, I'll do the shuffle. I think the speed. No, I'm all for it. I don't think that should go in the bin.
Right, we're keeping it. Room 101. I'm saying win. Keep it in because I need that morning entertainment. You know what? It's like 6 in the morning. You need a laugh. What are you saying? Win or bin?
No, I'm saying win. It's not bad. Like, there's going to be a lot of bins. You know that. So I think it has to hit the point where you go, that's a no-brainer. If it's not a no-brainer,
keep collecting them in the chat. I'm going to go to the Instagram ones as well. All right. So we had stains was the 101. So obviously stains needs to go in the bin. I didn't really get it. It says stains and returns. So let's skip stains. Let's go returns. So do you think returns are a good thing or should they be put in the bin? I actually think, and this might be controversial, I think having the option to return items is actually huge, and I think it's good because I think it creates buyer confidence. And you and I both do 60-day returns because the whole mentality behind that is if a customer is going to return an item, more than likely 99% of customers are going to return it the day after they receive it, the day they receive it. Because you open up the package, you look at it and you'd be like, oh yeah, I didn't know this had this mark, or I didn't know this was damaged, or I've tried it on, it doesn't fit, and there to return. So I actually think, again, returns shouldn't be put in the bin. What's your thoughts on returns?
I'm thinking way beyond all this. Like, I mean, this is just fair. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, like, it's unfortunate if you get an item not as described for something completely, you know, that's not relevant at all, and you get it sent back to you, and you're like, you know, they've just played the system here. There's not too many people that do that. So I think it's just fair, you know, for people to return stuff. So yeah, I don't see that. I don't see that as a bin, like full on, like get rid of it, because I think that would cause chaos. Then you'd have situations like, say, like Whatnot. You know, they don't have a proper return policy, do they?
I couldn't believe that when I heard. Who was it saying about it? Was it Adam saying about it? Yeah, Adam saying about it, wasn't it, with Simon's chat the other day? I couldn't believe that was a thing. Like, so Whatnot, if you want to return that on Whatnot, they basically say, like, we'll cover it.
Hey, it's crazy. You can't operate like that. Not long term, anyway.
All right, let's move on quickly from that one. Light work resales. I see he was in earlier. He put, and we've had this a couple of times, item specifics when it comes to listing. Now, I'm going to chuck it in straight away. I'm going to say it needs to go in the bin, room 101 bin, because I feel there is too many irrelevant item specifics when it comes to listing. And if you compare the listing process on Vinted compared to eBay, it's so much quicker. So for a normal person listing an item on eBay, it feels like you need a degree to actually work out how to list it. So I'm going to say bin on item specifics. I think the relevant ones need to stay because I think it helps with search, but I think there's too many random ones.
Yeah, I think we've spoke about the reactive nature of eBay, and I think it's just so ancient now. If you went back a couple of years, say before Vinted or other apps started popping up, I'd say definitely not in the bin, helping with search and things like that. But nowadays, like, especially with Vinted. I mean, you fill out like not even 10 things. eBay, you're like 20, 30 things, and loads of it is irrelevant anyway. So chuck it in the bin, mate. Sling it.
It's gone. All right. This is anonymous. I know I said light work. I called out your name, but yours wasn't controversial. I had anonymous one. I'm not going to name names. Luke looks spiffing in a suit because of my amazing Photoshop skills. So no names. Next up, charity shop prices. Win or bin?
Am I going?
You're first on this one.
Thing is, like, this is so different. I mean, it's different for different people. Like, well, we pulled him up earlier, Lightwork Resale. He seems to do amazing from charity shops. I don't know whether he has.
I think he was talking about specifics on that one.
No, I'm just saying him as an example for charity shopping. So he seems to do very well out of it. So do some people. Like, I don't know. For the majority, I mean, stories and everything like that is people complaining about prices, but I would say from what I've experienced going into charity shops, yeah, I'd say what Luke says there. It depends on the shop manager. It massively depends on that. From what I've seen, personally, probably bin. Just because, I mean, round here they seem extortionate. But how many times do I go to the charity shops? I'll do a route every 2 weeks. So, what do I know? I don't feel like I can comment on that, to be honest.
I would probably agree with you overall, bin. And I'm the same, but I don't go to many charity shops. But I know the ones around here. I've shown examples like Hugo Boss shirt for 15 quid, like a plain Hugo Boss shirt, £15. The Adam, the flip room made a good point the other day. What he was saying here, how the charity shops are obviously not for resellers. No one is saying that, but they get all this stuff for free. And a reseller will spend overall over the course of a year will spend so much more money than my neighbor Joe. I've even got a neighbor called Joan, but for some reason I made her up. My neighbor Joan, who goes there maybe once in a blue moon when she's passing by. She might buy herself a little summer dress, £2. But overall, us resellers will spend a lot more. So where a lot of people kick back and say, you resellers shouldn't be buying in charity shops, it's for charity, it's not for you. We are helping making the charity shop so much more money. But on the flip side to that, the charity shop prices are ridiculous when they get the stuff for free, because you walk in and they're charging over eBay prices. So we've seen it, mate. We've seen the people in charity shops who price for eBay, but they're not looking at sold comps. They're looking at active listings. They're not looking at what's completed.
Yeah, Adam put a good point as well. I think the model is broken because it's charging way too much. They basically getting inundated with stock, and then they eventually have to give it to the ragman, which in certain circumstances is around 15p a kilo. So they're getting so much of it, they're ending up giving it away like that. Whereas ones in the town near me, I have to travel about 20 minutes to go to that specific one. If I ever went, they'll do £2 rails, but the whole shop. So they'll get good stuff, they'll get bad stuff, they'll put it all on that. And it is Ramo. I'm talking like the charity shop is crazy, so busy. And so, do you know what I mean? They're going to make a lot more than if they end up overpricing, getting so much stock in, then giving it to the rag guy at the end of the week or whatever it is. So yeah, let's move on, because I think we're nowhere near experienced as a load of people even in this chat at charity shops. If we did a charity shop route probably once every 2 days or whatever, then we could probably comment about our towns. But we can't even comment on our towns because we just don't know well enough, do we? So yeah.
Right. We've got a few more from the Instagram and then we'll go into the chat. I see some in the chat. Keep them coming in the chat. We'll get to them. We had multiple different shop drops for different couriers. So there's not a one shop fits all. So do you know of a shop who has Yodel, Every, Raw Mail and DPD as the one drop shop?
Oh, what, every single one? No, my one does Yodel and in post, which I didn't even know that shops could do in post. So that's perfect for me. They cover both of them.
So what's your thoughts on that? It's a multi-shop. So if you have to go and drive round to a DPD drop off for one, a Raw Mail for another, you got 2 Every parcels and 6 Yodel. Like, is that going in the room 101 bin? I think for me, it's going in the, I mean, I only use Every predominantly, but yeah, I think for me, that's a bin. I would love a one-stop shop for all your parcels.
Mate, imagine one place doing Yodel and InPost is so crazy as it is there. if someone did Yodel on every, I God knows what that would be like. That would be so crazy. So I would love it. I personally love it because before that, one did Yodel, one did every, and you'd have to go between them. Like now, pretty much every single order is covered by like InPost or Yodel. Maybe on the very, very odd occasion we have to do Royal Mail every, but I haven't had it in ages. So a one-stop shop for everything. Yeah. So we're saying get in the bin, individual ones.
We're saying individual ones get in the bin. We want one-stop shop. I want to go to one journey. And you know what? I want the shop to be next door to me. So you've got Joan one side and I've got the drop-off. Mate, I don't want to travel far for this shop, yeah? I want to walk out the house with the IKEA bag, take them straight there next door. So I'm saying multiple shops, in the bin you go.
I want to know if anyone has one that does Yodel and every. Because I don't think I've seen a comment here that does Yodel. I've seen a lot of Yodel, InPost. One does DPD, Yodel, InPost. Royal Mail, DPD, Yodel.
No Simon said yes, me. Simon has an every Yodel shop.
Mate, that must be...
And Sam.
Oh, so does Sam. I've never found one. Yeah, they do Yodel, yes. Wait, my shop from this week does Yodel and every. That must be mayhem. Yeah, I think everyone's in agreement with that. Bin it, yeah.
So bin it. But some people sound like they're having some solutions, which is good. Right, next one. Controversial because I saw Tommy Trades do this on his live the other day, and I've been guilty of, and I've been called out. Cutting sellotape with your teeth.
Mate, it's horrible.
So hear me out, yeah. So you get the sellotape on the box, you get the other end, you're grabbing the scissors.
No, this is how I do it.
Oh no, we've got another demonstration.
Oh, where is it?
I'm with Tommy Trades.
Because I got a tape gun like that.
Oh, you've got the proper equipment for it.
Yeah, I'll just go like that. And then I'll go bang.
You struggled. Do it again. You struggled on that first attempt.
I don't know.
Mate, if you have not got a tape gun, there's no way when you've got the box half up here and you've got the sellotape here, you're struggling around trying to find scissors.
No, I've got what else? I've got to say like for the thinner one, I've got it on an actual thing where you go bang, get it off like that.
Yeah, so look, literally like
tape gun every day, teeth for the win.
Look, got the tape, look. Done. My tape's ready to go.
Wait, how did you do it? Did you do it with your teeth or not?
Done.
No, because you end up
Look, stick it anywhere. On the bit. It can rip off the bit now.
What are we saying bin it if you use your teeth? Or are we saying bin it if you...
So we're saying cut and sellotape with your teeth. I'm saying win. It stays. That's not going in the bin for me. But we've got a lot of bins and we've got some wins. Tommy Trade said win. Luke said, fuck's sake, who's doing that? Me and Tommy Trade. Tape gun every day. Teeth for the win. Paper tape. Win. Simon does it.
Mate, you're binning that all day. No. Oh my God,
no, bin it. Get yourself a flat tape roller. It's way easier. Oh my God, makes me heave sellotape in teeth. Teeth way for. See what I mean? It's so controversial.
Teeth are like the oldest. Wait, look, how good is that?
Oh no, don't get Tommy started on a conspiracy about why teeth and sellotapes a good win. Can you highlight?
I think this could be dead even. You know, like if you do a poll on this,
get Kaylee's one for later. Not yet.
No, I will. I've saved it. Yeah, that's why I was laughing.
If you keep using your teeth,
anyway,
I'm not watching this again. Oh no, we could lose it.
I'm saying that's even.
All right.
50,
Tommy,
50.
no, I'm not calling people out, but Tommy T, he says a bajillion item specific. Spoke about it earlier. We got another one. We'll keep it quiet on who it is. People who say I can get £30 on eBay for that. It's like, go on then. I hate the car boot sale people who say it goes for 70 on eBay. I'm only asking 5. Why are you not putting it on eBay then?
Mate, we're in a cold, wet field in Hartford. Like
muddy,
your audience, your audience is a couple of hundred people max.
Yeah, so I've got no walking boots, because you still haven't told me what size 11s you got in store. And I'm in a cold, wet, muddy field. Socks are soaked, yeah. I've already fell over twice in the mud, and then I've walked up to your stall, and you've got this signed Rolling Stones frame, and you've told me on eBay it goes for £1,000. But today at the car boot sale, because it's me, 20 quid.
Yeah, because it's you though.
Just because it's me. If it's anyone else, it's not £20. Because it's me, it's £20. But it gets worse than eBay. I'm now hearing it sells for this on Vinted. Yeah. Where are your sold comps on Vinted? Where are we looking for the sold comps? Can someone tell me? People like know what things go for. So why are you at the car boot selling it?
Yeah, that is horrible. I think I've had that one time.
Yeah.
And they'll literally show you active listings.
Or the list. Have you seen the list where they get the notepad out and they say, I've kid you not, and this is no cap, and I wish I took a picture. I should have. Someone got the notepad out and said, look, and they had eBay price, our price. They actually had a list of the eBay prices and their prices, but they had it in a notepad. Not even off the dome. Not even off the dome.
No way. Right. They do it to Tommy in a local charity shop.
What? They tell you the eBay price in the charity shop?
Hate it when charity shops print off it. No way. This can't be a thing. What are we doing here?
Oh,
right, man. Bin it. Next.
It's on. Bin. Right.
Bin.
Boot jumpers. And I think someone else said this earlier in the start, I'm sure. Boot jumpers. So we're talking about, we had Lou's example earlier of when they start the car boot at the same time. I believe every car boot should be started at the same time. So the sellers have set up, everyone at the same time regardless. That's my belief because I love them car boots. Fair game for everyone. But the boot jumpers wind me, we can't believe it, but wind me the F up. I cannot stand boot jumpers. Like if you see something in the boot, ask the question. Do you mind if I have a look at that? I know you're busy, but can I have a look at that? No stress. Mate, I see people opening like side doors of cars and jumping in the car. I'm like, what, you want to lift home or something? Like, what are we doing here? I'm going to say animals. And if you're a boot jumper, I'm going to say animal. Let people set up or ask them to see it. Don't just jump in there. It ain't yours. Yeah, boot jumper.
You can't say that car boot. So I've said that one time as well, and I keep my mouth shut now. I literally used
something like, what are we doing?
No, I said, what are we doing? This is literally like a zoo. Like, and then someone turned because another woman said animals as well, and oh my god, it kicks off. It's honestly just not worth it. Just walk on. But mate, I feel like they need, because some car boots, I think I've seen a couple where they've got like security at the end of the road. At the end of the, but it's so minimal. No one does anything. No one does nothing. So I feel like there needs to be some sort of like security. Also at car boots as well. Like, did you say that you like everyone coming in at the same time, or do you mean the sellers are fully set up? And because I love the queue system. Like I like sellers come in an hour earlier.
Yes,
they have loads of time, get all fully set up, and then the one that I go to on a Sunday, the second one, says big sign: if you're in there selling, you do not walk around at all to like buy anything, whatever, or you get banned. So if you get caught doing it, you get banned. That system is sick.
It's perfect.
Unreal. So we're in the queue. In the queue they've got an exact change one, and they've got a notes one. So they've got two different queues. So if you got the exact change, fly in. If you got change, or if you got note, whatever. Like that system's brilliant. They're all in at 5 o'clock in the morning, free for all, no security.
That's how it should be, mate. And I've seen it kick off in the queue of people arguing with the stewards where they say no one's buying before 9 o'clock, whatever. Yeah. So the sellers coming in at 7:30, set up, everyone's in the queue, and then you see people walking around the car boot buying stuff. And even this is worse, people in the queue will say, "Oh, can I just come through? I just need a like toilet," and you see him leave the toilet and go round in the car boot and start buying stuff. And people are kicking off in the queue. There's nearly riots, mate. You see the riots going on in the UK? Nothing compared to the car boot queue if someone does that. So
what needed to go in a bin? What was the initial thing?
Boot jumpers, bin.
Right, 100% bin. Yeah, the bloody elbows out. Can't stand it.
Right, we've got one more from the gram, and then we'll go to the comments here. Yeah, promoted listings. And hear me out. eBay has started to push. You can now promote your coupon code. Not just promote your listing, yeah? Now you can pay to push your coupon code out further to people.
What is that?
Coupon code automatically gets added to the order anyway. Why are we being asked to pay to push the coupon code? But let's have a counter argument. I think promoted listings work for lots of items. And also,
promoted listings,
I'd rather have
standard
today than wait for someone who doesn't promote and have to wait 6 months. So I think there is a play for promoted listings of how they can work, and you're willing to spend a little bit more to get it right and sell through quicker sometimes. But they're taking it too far.
Mate, they're trying to squeeze every penny out of existing customers. And it's like the promoted listing standard is a great model. And it reminds me of Google local services ads. And they're for local businesses where you pay per lead. And it was something that they introduced quite a long time after the pay per click model, which is just Google ads. So you pay per click on your website. But Google local services ads is you pay per lead. So once you get that lead in, that reminds me of promoted listings standard where you pay per sale, and then the pay per click is promoted listings advance. Promoted listings advance in the bin. Promoting your coupon in the bin. 100%.
Yeah.
I'm going bin, mate.
Yeah, I'm bin. Overall bin. I think there's a play for it, but yeah, I think they're just trying to like squeeze every penny out. One more I had. Okay, this might be controversial, maybe not. I'm just going to say it, all right? I'm not going to tell you who it's come from, but it might be someone called Bold-Clobber. Private sellers, no fees on clothing, given 1,000 listings. Joe next door does not even own 1,000 items of clothing. Her husband, John, also doesn't own 1,000 items of clothing. Why do they need 1,000 listings for free? We're getting shafted left, right, and center as a business seller on eBay. Private sellers, 1,000 listings, no fees. If a private seller is listing more than 100 items a month, they're not a private seller. Bollocks to it. Bin.
Yeah. I knew that one was coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can finish that off.
If you can't beat them, it's true. But it's eBay's fault. I do not blame the other private sellers. It's not their fault. I would take advantage. But why is eBay giving them that option?
They could have played that so differently. I feel like that was such a good opportunity to go, because obviously Vinted Pro, like it's going to come out, whether it's in this year, whether it's early next year, whenever it is, they could have had one step ahead of them, and they could have gone on that change. They could have gone business sellers. They could have done it, mate. Or
yeah, business sellers, like, we're going to half your business shop fees for 6 months. Half price shop fees.
90 quid.
We're getting shafted left, right, and centre. But Kaylee's right, and this is not an attack at any business sellers who are on a private account, because fair play, you're using it to your advantage, and I don't blame you. eBay's the issue, because eBay should be like, come on, let's think. Who sits in a room from an eBay representative and said, right, we're going to make this change for private sellers. Let's give them 1,000 a month because they will list 1,000 private items. No one's doing that.
Yeah, I mean, they could have gone
listed 1,000 a month, are they? Let's be honest.
Oh, they could have gone 50%, 75% off fees, and then they could have scrapped stores, or they could have made the stores a lot better, because we know this middle store, we're getting absolutely killed on it compared to US, Australia. So there could have been massive changes. And I think that eBay Open, because it's pretty much right around the corner, I think they could address it. They could give us a massive bit of news or something for business sellers, because it's all business sellers as well. It's like, Luke, we're all going to be there.
Luke, you know I love you, but you're deluded. Do you really think we're going to go to an eBay Open? They're going to go, right, guys, big announcement. Okay. 0 fees for business sellers on eBay now. Or do you know what? We're going to scrap the shop fees. No shop fees anymore. Go for it. Do you know what they'll probably say? They'll probably say, yeah, because of the rise of the cost of living, we're going to up your shop rates by 30%.
I'll go like that.
You're deluded, mate.
Give me the mic. Give me the mic.
They need to do something for sure. Right,
yeah,
mate.
I'm an idiot.
I'm out on the Instagram ones. I can't read out some of the others. I'm going to pass on them.
What, that bit too much? Right, let's go. Andy, straight in, my guy. Room 101, it's brand new, only worn once. Not brand new.
We spoke about this yesterday, where it's like, yeah, brand. You had someone say to you, it's brand, something like, I've only worn it 7 times, which is random. But I've had the whole, it's brand new, I've only worn it twice. Well, it's not brand new, is it? Where's the tag?
It's always like twice, isn't it? It's always once, twice. Guy went 7 times. I went, like, what do you mean 7? And then someone put it was when we was on Instagram, and then someone said, you mean you wore it for a week?
Yeah, wore it every day. Do you ever say to them, right? Do you ever push back at the car boot? Because I've started to push back a little bit more. When they go, it's brand new, like on a shirt, I'm like, oh, I can't see the tag. They're like, oh yeah, I took the tag off. And I'm like, so it's not brand new then, is it? You must have like worn it. They're like, yeah, I wore it a couple of times out, but it's hardly been worn. I'm like, it's not brand new then, is it? Like, I don't mind pushing back a little bit more now.
Look, anyway, some of these I think we've gone. Some of these I think we've gone over. Right, let's go. Lucy's one. Trades at the car boot sale that go round, buy everything up, and then put it on. Yeah, the ones that that go round, but they've got their own stall there as well, and then they'll go back, sell the things that they've bought.
Do you know what? I'm sorry, Lucy. That's a win.
That is a bit of a grind.
That's a win.
Would you do that,
mate? What do you do? What do we all do? We buy stuff.
It's so funny.
We sell it for more money. Why are we moaning? For me, win.
I don't know about that one.
Have you been in it? No, let's talk about it. Let's not move on.
I don't know, because I look at it and think, that's no, I look at it and think like it's a bit out of the box. Don't know, like
I've done it. I'm gonna say I've done it. I've been to a car boot and had a stall before, and then managed to get round, pick something up, put it on my stall, and just said, "Oh, do you know what? I paid £2. If I can get a tenner for this, great. I'll take it today." And it's sold for a tenner. For me, it's a win. We do it every day without realizing. That's our job. Our job is to buy low, sell high. That's the reseller job.
That's fine, but not when they do it early before all the buyers are allowed in. Yeah. No, Luke mentioned earlier, he was like, he was saying something like, that's good, but all right, where is it? Problem with that, Luke. Here we go. As well as a seller setting up, go and buy stuff before the buyers come in. Yeah, that's what I was speaking about, Luke. So the Sunday one, the second one that I go to, they have a sign, they have a strict policy that no one goes around before. People probably still do it, but they say if they get caught, they get banned. So I like that policy. So then it makes it fair. You're not missing out. You haven't got that FOMO. You stand in the queue watching people go around. You're thinking, shit, everything's getting gobbled up before I'm even in. Yeah. People rob it. This ain't it. What? people.
It's a win. For me, it's a win. Rob that stuff outside. No, I'm joking, by the way.
That's the biggest bin ever. Seen vids of it on TikTok. What? Mate, people robbing stuff.
Okay, couple of things. Like,
what do you mean, couple of things? Just a straight bin. What are you gonna go on about here?
Hear me out, yeah. Go through the bags. If there's a wrap jacket in there, obviously take it. No, jokes aside, that is lowest of the low. Please do not go and rob stuff. Regardless of how desperate you are for stock, that is not the way. There's CCTV above most of them charity shops. You're gonna get caught. It's theft at the end of the day. It's like, would you rob a pint of milk from someone's doorstep? There are people who would. But yeah, bin, 100%. Do not rob stuff from anywhere, let alone outside a charity shop.
Right, straight up bin. Are we putting that in the bin?
No, that's a win for me.
I'm binning that all day long.
Depend. Now I know there's a way to measure the bubble rate without rolling it out. What about counting the bubbles?
Right, I'm not spending longer than 2 minutes on this because we spent 25 minutes
on longer, I think
counting your supplies.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna agree. Win. We're gonna keep that in.
That's been all day long. I'm not having that. When eBay asked to change a customer's address, but then voids. So when eBay asked to change the customer address, but then voids. And you would, yeah, this is the thing. And I thought this was only me because it'll come up with a problem with the postcode, but then I'll change it. It will keep coming up problem. But then if I don't go onto the pack link bit and I stay onto the eBay bit, it lets me do it fine. I've never spoke about that.
I'll be honest. I've always changed it manually myself. And I know you're not protected by eBay officially, but if I've got the messages that the customer's asked, I would hope eBay would protect me. Touch wood. I've never had an issue. But the correct process is you're meant to cancel the order, get them to change their address, put a new address in. I also think it comes down to how much the item's worth. If it's a £10 item, I'm just changing it. I can't be asked to get them to cancel it, to refund them, to get them to repurchase, blah, blah, blah. If it's like a £100 plus item, I might think about getting them to change it. But I've always just adjusted it myself, and I've never had any issues. Not advice, by the way, but I'm going to say bin. I think eBay should cover you. If you've got the message, I think that should be enough.
Bin all day long. Bin. Don't even care what you say.
Oh,
get
God.
It in the bin.
Let's move on quick. It's triggering me.
Yeah, and then get the follow-ups even better. The follow-ups will win.
Is this your burner account? Have you been typing on your phone or so? Just get a couple of bits in.
I don't know who you are, but I love you.
Yodel like delivers it to next door's like garden. They chuck it over.
Yeah. So it's like in the recycling bin down the road.
It's bin
people take a picture of it. Like, this was in the bin down the road.
This is
the thing. I
thought it's illegal.
At the very beginning, did you ever because I used to watch videos on this stuff, and I used to think like, is this allowed? Is it actually allowed?
I thought, I know in America, I believe in America, I say I know, it's actually illegal to do it. Is it illegal in the UK? Bin diving, UK, is it legal? Because I see lots of people do it. There's YouTube channels on the stuff. Oh, okay. You are able to dumpster dive if the bins are out in the open and on public land while not being locked.
People hating on Yodel. Fuming.
So is it? So
is it fine in America then?
I think it's illegal in America, I believe. But in the UK, by the sounds of it, if the bin's not locked and it's on public land, it's free game.
Yeah, I saw that. I think I follow this guy on Instagram as well, and I see a thumbnail, and it was like him opening up one of those gigantic bins. So I'm guessing he's done like a bin diving video.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of channels do it. There's a channel called, is it Dumpster Diving Debs? I think it is on YouTube. And they've done it for years. So I guess it is, well, we're reading that, it is legal as long as it's in public land. I guess you can't go onto someone's private, could someone walk in my driveway and go through my rubbish bin? I guess they could. Would I care? They didn't make a mess. I don't think so. I don't know. Right. Okay. Hear me out.
Didn't we speak about this a little while ago?
No, because I mentioned about, them big clothing bins, yeah? Could I just buy one and put it at the side of a road and then stick a sign on there called like Bold Charity or whatever, or just like, could I put a Salvation Army sign on there? Could I go on the Photoshop and put Salvation Army, stick a sign on there, and then just go and collect it myself? Is that allowed? Is that morally right or wrong? What are you thinking?
That's a shocker. No, I'm saying like if you're going to do it, just get a big bin and just say like, stick clothing and shoes in it. I wouldn't pretend I was anything else. Wait, oh no, this one is pretending to be a charity. But when we spoke about it, people were still allowed to just buy the clothing bins and put them in like a recycling center or whatever, and it doesn't have to be a charity. That's where we was chatting about it. But I haven't seen any pretending to be a charity.
Right?
That ain't a thing.
I think you could word it slightly differently. If you were to, okay, hear me out. If you were to do a leaflet, no, let me explain. If you were to do a leaflet and your message was, I'm trying to stop, like, our aim is to stop clothes going to landfill. Does that make you sound like a charity? Because you're not actually saying we're a registered charity here in the UK. Our aim is to stop clothes going to landfill. So please donate me your rab jackets, your leathers, like all this stuff. Like, you're not saying I'm a charity, but you're kind of saying, give me it for free. I'm going to stop it going from landfill. Yeah. Jenny's probably right. That would be fraud. Look, I'm not encouraging you guys. I'm not going to do it myself. I'm too lazy to think about it. But I just like to challenge things because slight wording change. I don't know.
If you said you still only pay 75% charity, is that borderline? Mate. That's a straight bin. Like that's shocking. What have I got over here as well?
Putting these controversial things in and just crying, laughing face, knowing it's going to cause some controversy.
I know she's literally just stitching us up.
Come on, guys. Any more 101s?
Right, I've got a few ones for. Right, I made a list for car boots, so we've already done diving in boots. I put one rummaging on floors.
Hold on. We should do like I've done it before. We should do an ick list. Rummaging on the floor.
I don't like it, mate. Like even if if I see the little Rab logo or like Pertex Quantum on the side of a jacket, then I'll dive in the pile. But
do you go like knees on the? Because I've got a little hack for that. I have a separate IKEA bag. That is my knee pad. So I'm getting the like trousers or the knees covered in mud. Because look, fair play to the people who do it. You get on the floor, and I've knelt on someone's mat before, and they go, "Can you get off the mat, please?" What are we doing? All right, let me just go in the mud.
So there's like a big pile like that. Are you going like that?
Yeah, mate. I'm crawling under it, and I'm going to lie under there for a bit. So when someone reaches in, I'll be like, "Nah, sorry, I brought this." But yeah, the separate IKEA bag for the knee pads is the way. Because otherwise, if you're wearing shorts, mate, you finish from that stall, you look homeless. You've got muddy knees. You walk around the car boot. People looking at you being like, "Is this guy all right?" So separate IKEA bag. I'm happy to get down and rummage, Joe. Don't get me wrong.
No, there's usually a top or something like that in there, so you can stick your knees on there.
I'm saying. I've had someone say to me, "Can you get off the top, please?"
Oh, I don't know. I lean towards bin, but I'm like, it's not an absolute no-brainer. But it's the
rails are easy though, aren't they? You sit on the rails, a little flick through. It's like casual car. It's like posh car booting. But sometimes in them piles, mate, is where you get the bangers. But I sent Luke a photo. Yeah, please make sure you wear underwear at the car boot sale if you're going to be doing that.
That was disgusting.
Please wear underwear at the car boot. Yeah, wearing no underwear at the car boot sales a bin for me. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah. What else have I got? All let in at the same time. Right, coffee at the car boot. I did a poll about that. And I think because I missed my coffee. I missed my coffee run. I come back, smash breakfast, missed the coffee. I was desperate, mate. I was tired. I was like groggy, and I was like, do I get a coffee? And mate, all they do is like just that instant stuff, and it goes through me. And then that's another thing, toilets at car boots as well. So I'd have a combination of coffee plus Portaloo. And thing is, when I used to go to one, a different one on a Sunday, a second one that I used to go to, a guy with a proper coffee stand would pull up in this tiny little like three-wheeler car, and he'd have the coffee machine on the back of it, and it would be the bollocks. Like the coffee was a joke. But these ones at these burger stands and that is grim. Like, so for me, bin all day long. But some people were for it. Some people were like, yeah, fuck yeah, just smash a coffee there and carry on. Me, I was like, I'm here for 2 hours. If this goes through me in like, don't know, 20 minutes, I'm screwed.
Simon's spot on though. Dunton have quality coffee. I saw like 3 cars with what you just described there. Their coffee machine in the back of there is better than like your coffee machine. I was like, they've gone in their boot. What are we doing? What? But for me, that's a win. But I said it the other day.
Oh, what are you on about?
No, listen, yeah. Proper coffee companies, and they open up like the hatchback of the boot, yeah.
Oh yeah, proper
coffee machine, like a proper. We're not talking about the granules. We're talking like a big.
That's what I'm on about.
Now that's okay, but for me, the chili bowl, yeah, the big ones has to be a big one, and you have it in there, so you make it before you leave. That will survive the whole day, and it still be warm.
Hot.
I'm talking hot. Sometimes, mate, on the drive to the car boot, I've got to leave the lid off because it's too hot, and I want to get to the car boot, have a little swig on it. Sometimes I take it with me in the trolley. Yeah, controversial because when I'm speaking to someone, I'm up for that, and they're like, "What the hell have you got there?" I'm like, "It's my coffee." They're like, "Just buy a coffee."
Do you have a double pouch?
What do you mean double pouch?
Double pouch at the front of the trolley.
No, I
know the pockets
at the front, mate. It's just in the trolley.
Oh my. So you can go like you could do wrap. You can make a wrap, one pouch, and then you could do flask, other pouch in the trolley.
Yeah, but are you not scared that someone's going to pinch your coffee or your wrap? What wrap are we making at that time in the morning?
Chicken.
Oh, mate, at 5 a.m.
Anyway, double pouch for the win. Definitely no bin. Yeah, so proper coffee at car boots is a win. Other coffee, bin. So I've got another one. When cars at the car boot are not back to back. So back to back.
What do you mean?
2 sets. So basically, I've got one car boot where it's just one set of cars, and then gap, other set of cars. But the best ones is when the cars are back to back.
Oh, side to side, and so you've got boom, boom. Okay. What about then on that one? Because that's a win. What about when someone sets up on the wrong side? So you've got a row of cars who set up on this side, and then one row car decides I'm putting my table this side. So you've got to walk and then cut into the one table and then come back. Bin.
Yeah, yeah. Right. Is any? I don't know about. I personally would bin the burger van because it's so tempting.
What, the smell? You were speaking yesterday about the smell of the onions.
But the spit chicken, like rotisserie chicken,
you've got him started.
It's a massive win. I've even seen Donovan's, massive win. Even though I don't have it, crazy. Just seeing it on the spit, the rotisserie, something about that. The 5:30 in the morning, chicken's going round. Unreal.
I just think food, toilets, and coffee at the car boot just need cancelling. Ice creams at the car boot. Ice cream at the car boot. The ice cream van needs binning as well. Who's getting ice cream at 7 in the morning after the boot setup? Who's doing this?
Yeah, but it's been quite hot recently, isn't it?
Get some more stalls on there. Get rid of the vans.
Right, labeled pricing.
Oh, mate, if I see labels and prices, I'm zooming past that stall. Seriously, it puts me off.
Is that a bin?
For me, it's a bin. And also, to top that off, people have signs saying no haggling. What about no haggling signs?
No haggling. I've never seen that. What is
people
There's no way.
No haggling. So I always, being the arse I am, I always say we take 4 if it's like for like $5. They're like, have you not seen the sign? I'm like, no, I didn't see it.
Sorry about that. Yeah, they go like, you go, how much are your shirts? And they go, have you not seen the price on it? Yeah, really did see that.
I'll be like, oh, is this your price? I thought this was the RRP.
What about someone's getting stuff out of their boot, and then without even looking at it, someone goes, I'll take the lot.
Oh, mate, that's a win. I've done that. I've had some guy rock up with a bag full of golfing clothing, and all the other reseller hands are like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, mate, how much you want for the bag? And it's, I don't know. I said 100 quid. It's like, yeah, I'll take it. It's like, there, I'm off.
Okay.
I've seen enough. But you have like 2 or 3 bits. I'm good. Like, get your hands off all you resellers.
What about, so you say you take the lot, but you look through every single thing and you don't take everything.
Okay. So you say I'm going to take the lot. All the other resellers are cursing your name. You get a little knee on the side as they walk off. And then you're like, oh, actually, mate, I'll just take this one for a couple of quid. Cheers.
Yep. Just so you get, basically, just so you get the bag.
Mate, that's bad. But for me, it's a win. Like, get rid of them other resellers, mate.
Yeah. What else did I do? All right. I've gone generic wholesalers. So vintage wholesalers and fleek.
Mate, it's your life. If you want to get us cancelled,
I think wholesalers that you can find online. So I'm not saying private ones because Andy's done really well. We've seen that, but vintage wholesalers. So getting bales sent to your house. You haven't experienced. You haven't done it though, have you? So right. I've done it once.
I'm going to speak about it. If a YouTuber has not promoted the company, I'm all for it. Find me anyone outside of a reseller who claims Fleek is a good place to buy clothing. I'm talking about someone who has a code. Use code Bold-Clobber for 10% off your first order. Look what I've got here. 5,000 Carhartt jackets for 100 quid. And then it turns up for me and I'm getting Primark bean stained white t-shirts, 500 M for the same price. So find me a good wholesale company that has not been promoted by someone with a promo code, and I'll consider it.
This is the thing, because I think George did a video. I remember seeing a thumbnail. I can't remember watching a video, but I don't know if he's tied into anything or whatever. What are your thoughts, George, on it? I'd love to know in the chat. Put that in there if you can.
I would like to see George buy a bundle from Fleek, Like Simon's a great example. He brought something from Boom Wholesale, and he done a video saying this is what I received, and it's basically a load of crap. And Boom Wholesale messaged Simon and got him to take down his video. Like, someone showed me a video without promotion. That's what I want. A non-promotional video, and to say this is what I got. And then I might turn around and go, yeah, do you know what? There's actually legs in that.
I spoke to someone who, actually, I'm not even going to say what they sell on or anything about them, but he did something for Fleek. And I asked him, I was like, what do you actually think of this company? And he said, you can basically go direct yourself. He said that they just add on like 30%. I was like, what?
But
so I think we get the protection and stuff like that. So, yeah.
But I'm going to keep it on both sides. I'm going to try and see both sides. I think it's great for anyone who needs a lot of stock quickly. Because if you need a couple of hundred pieces, for whatever reason, you can get that within a few days. And if you're happy to sift through it, you are going to pull out some bangers from there, but you just got to deal with the rest of the stuff.
Yeah, Andy's, like I say, like I mentioned earlier, Andy's done very well, especially with like some Patagonia stuff. He was sending me some stuff, and yeah, he's done really well with it. But yeah, I'm saying for me, bin. But there goes our discount code, so and sponsorship opportunities.
Yeah, next week we'll come on and be like, right, guys, this podcast is sponsored by Fleek.
I done one for them when they were new and it was quite good, but not liking what I see now. Too many fakes and it seems expensive. I see someone got, I think, like 2 bales of like Patagonia North Face, and I think at like 70-80% of it was fake, and it was just an absolute car crash.
I like his honesty. I like his honesty there, though, with regards to like, George has done the videos, but now he doesn't like what he sees of it. So fair play for realizing that, and he's saying Boom's good.
Cool. Do we have? Let's see what Tommy's saying. When Amazon can deliver a car the same day, yet eBay takes a week to send 12 rolls of tape. It's just not the same, and I don't know. Like, Amazon's just crazy.
Can I ask you a question? How, as a shopper, if you needed something, where'd you go? I go straight to Amazon. I hardly buy from eBay. I think I buy my bags from, no, I don't buy my bags from eBay anymore. But I go straight to Amazon. If I need something, I'm like, yeah, I just go to Amazon, because I know I'm going to get it either tonight or tomorrow, guaranteed.
Yeah, I only get packaging suppliers from eBay. That's it. That's all I get it from. Other than that, it's pretty much Amazon with everything. Even if I have to pay slightly more, I just value that knowing exactly when it's going to come, because it's pretty much always there. And yeah, that's what I was referring to, actually. I couldn't remember who it was. Didn't like work, get Patagonia bundle, and they were all fake. Yeah, I see that a little while ago. That must be just so much hassle to sort out, because even if you get credited, even if you can send it back to them, even if they give you some money back or whatever, you know, it's just a lot of hassle. Like, you just don't need that. You do it because you want the convenience. Everything's sent to your door, crack it open, wash it, whatever, sell it, and like, you haven't got to go out and source it. So yeah.
Light work, did you get your money back? Let us know. I see you in the chat. Did you get your money back, or did they kind of send you out a new bundle? Did they credit you half and send you out a new bundle? Because that's another thing I've heard. The wholesale companies, or when it comes to actually returning stuff, they just want to like say, oh, we'll just send you a new bundle out, or we'll give you 20% and keep it, kind of thing.
Yeah. Absolute chaos. Matey boys in. Buying from eBay now and again seems to kick my sales. Here we go. Look. Conspiracies. I'm aware that that's likely a placebo. This was one that I used to think about as well. I was like, if I buy stuff on eBay, so I already buy my packaging supplies, but if I buy clothing and stuff like that to then resell, is that gonna kick my store up the arse a little bit?
Yeah, I think I definitely agree. It's a thing. Matt, shop at my store today, mate, and I promise you're going to get good sales. Come and buy like 100 things from me, and you're going to do well.
Oh yeah, he was saying 12 weeks from start to finish, money back, but was hassle. That's what I mean. The hassle side of it, it's just crazy. Like, I would be like, fuck, because I'd just be thinking straight away, oh, I've got to sort all this out now. I've got to send an email. I've got to try and get in contact with someone, and the solution is probably going to be trash as well. So yeah, I think another person that did one with Fleek as well. I did a promoted one with Fleek. What was sent was crap, so still put the video out, but it turned it into how does their refund process work. I did warn them that whatever comes, I will make the video. Yeah, so I mean,
yeah, whatever turns up, I'll make the video on it regardless.
So was it crap, the stuff that then came afterwards?
The thing is what I've always been worried about, and I think where a lot of people, because I've been approached by some companies, wholesale companies, to do like the paid promotion. And I've always said, if I was ever going to do it, I want to order it myself. And I wouldn't order it in my name, wouldn't order it to this address. Because I actually want to, if I'm going to put something out there, I actually want to say to people, look, this is the background. I ordered it to someone else's address. It wasn't even in my name. So this is actually the kind of stuff you could get. Because my fear is, and I feel sorry for people like George, for instance, where he's linked up with a company, he's done a video in good faith. They've sent him some stuff and he's done a video and he's shown you what he's got. And some of the stuff's really good. So then loads of other people like me and you will go and order from this company, receive crap. And your first go-to is not to go to the company, it's to go to George. Because George Ross said that this company's good and showed you what he's got. And I saw George got loads of shit from it. And I do feel sorry for the people who are linking up with companies in good faith, getting some good stuff. So you're showing what you've got. You're not lying about that. And then other people are receiving nowhere near the quality and the comeback is on you. That's always stopped me doing it with these companies because I would hate for someone else to get shafted.
Yeah, and it was saying as well, and I think it's definitely worth remembering that Fleek is that basically that middleman. It just puts you in contact. It puts you in contact with these suppliers in like Pakistan, Asia, America, whatever. So they're just the middleman. Obviously, they have to cover themselves, they have to put a percentage on top and stuff like that. So I guess it's more so about wholesalers. But yeah, I mean, I've ordered it once, so I can't really speak. Just like charity shops. So yeah, I just see what I see online is mainly negative when it comes to that. But some people can have good experiences. Tommy Trey's just sold a John Smedley polo, 35, paid 20p. Jesus. Smedley in the bin.
Yeah, John Smedley's a terrible brand. Do not buy that. Leave it alone.
Yeah, don't touch that stuff. Let's see what was Jill saying. I basically stopped doing them now because even when I bought a bundle with my own money and used different name addresses, still got stick out either way. It's getting done either way.
George just don't want the grief anymore. It's like, nah, do you know what? I'm just gonna make my boot sale videos. I'm gonna start picking up everything stuff again and keep the fans happy. George don't want the grief.
Crazy. Kaylee's doing my head in now. Look what she just said now.
God, fucking hell, Kaylee.
Look, people who message sellers on Vinted and offer them more to cancel the order. Oh, that's a massive bin. That's a huge bin. What do you think, Kaylee? Bin or win?
I can speak for Kaylee.
Yeah, what do you reckon she'll say?
She's going to say, oh, it's terrible. It's the lowest of the low bin. But deep down, she's like, I'd do it every day of the week and twice on a Sunday.
What about people, say I've agreed £10 at a car boot and then someone's come along and said, I'll give you 15 for that.
Oh, do you know what? We haven't really discussed that. Yeah, what about? So, okay, I've stood at a stall once before, yeah, and someone's asked a $5 for something, and the person's like, will you take 3? Will you take 4? They're like, no, I've just got it at 5. It's worth 5. And you look in, you're like, that's like an £80 item. Like, you're trying to just pay the £5. And I've been so close many times to say, I'll give you 5. Is that bad? Should you do that?
You can't do that. You can't do that. But you go mad. If someone done that to you, you go mental.
That's what I mean. There's people out there who do.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
So is it bin or win? Because I think, similar to what Kaylee said there, I've had it happen to me so many times on Vinted where people have clearly messaged a person and said, you've sold it too cheap, I'll pay you this amount. And they'll go, oh, sorry, I realised I listed it too cheap. And then they list it up for like double the amount it sells straight away. So you know it's happened. But like Kaylee said earlier, sometimes I think if you can't beat him, you've got to join him at some point.
That's a good twist on it as well. So say like what you're saying there is, say they're asking for a £5 and someone's going £3 and they're just bartering back and forth like 3.50, 4 or whatever, and you're standing there and then saying, I'll give you the asking price. Do you think that's different? That is I think that's a little bit different than going, say they pay the asking price and someone's come along and go, actually, you know what, I'll give you 15 for that when they've asked 10.
I think if I'm selling, mate, and I tell you my item's worth £10 and someone's there going, oh, we take 7. Like, no, mate, come on, £10, I've just got it. Oh, we take 8. And someone goes, oh, I'll give you £10. I'll be like, yeah, sold, £10, done. I'm taking the money. I want £10. If you want to stand there for 20 minutes and argue with me over a couple of quid, If Joe Blogs walks past and gives me a tenner, thanks, I've got my tenner. It doesn't matter who from. I don't do it personally, but is there anything wrong with it? Is there like a boot sale etiquette where if someone's holding the item and then negotiating, you keep out until they put it down?
I think so. Yeah. And then again, I mean, I was negotiating a price on a bundle on a Thursday, and I had 4 items in my hand like that on the rail. So I was like, right, these ones, whatever. And I was like, oh, what about this one as well? What would you add for that? And I said, what will you do for the Carhartt hoodie? And then the guy came around the back of me, got it off the hanger. When the guy said 5, went like that. And I went, what are you doing? I'm sorting all this out. And he said, but you didn't have your hands on it. He goes, that's the car boot rule. And I went,
the rule? Oh my God, we need to create the car.
I went, either I'm undereducated or that is an actual thing. But I had my hands, I had them on the rail, 4 of them. I didn't have that one. I was asking about that one as well. He leaned over, grabbed it, and said, you didn't put your hands on it.
Oh,
I'm like, what are we doing here?
We're going to have to create the car boot rule list and bring it to a podcast at some point. Because I think there is the car boot etiquette. Because I'll be honest with you, mate. I've heard the whole, if you've got your hands on it, it's your item, basically. Because I had one the weekend, I told you, I reached over and grabbed some shoes, and some guys snatched them back off me. And I said, have you paid for them? And he was like, yeah. And I said, but have you actually paid for them, or are you looking at stuff? He's like, no. And I said to the guy in the store, I said, are these paid for? And he was like, no, not yet. And I could have easily said how much you want. And I could have been so awkward, regardless if he said like 30 quid. I should have gone, yeah, I'll take it, just to be awkward. But I just walked off in the end. But I believe hands-on is a thing. If you're touching the item, and I've been known, mate, to have loads of stuff bundled up here like that, just so I don't want anyone else to get to it. I think if you're holding it, it's yours. If you're not holding it, it's open to the public.
I'm speaking to the geezer about them, and I'm saying, right, I don't know how you can do that. How can you lean over when someone's talking about it? And then I put it on the seller. I said, what do you think about that?
Oh no!
And then he went like that.
Money's money. Yeah, money's money.
He went nothing doing me, and I was like, oh, okay, cool.
I'll be honest, mate. I think you mucked up. I think you've got to get it.
To be fair, I think that was even though it was a decent hoodie, like it was nice, good size, whatever color, etc. It was definitely the lowest one out of the ones that I got. So I was like, okay, as long as it weren't one of these ones, but yeah, I'm walking along and I'm going,
also on this one as well, down at Dirty Dunce, I saw something and walked up to it and said, how much is this? And they said, oh, it's £10, but we can't sell it to you yet. And I went, oh, why not? Oh, some other guy asked. He said he might come back for it. So they wouldn't sell it to me in case this other guy came back. I was like, yeah, but I'll give you the tenner now. And they were like, oh, no, this other guy said he's going to think about it and might come back. Like, what? If they walked off, yeah, and someone else comes and says they're going to give you the money, take the money. Because guess what? If he don't come back, I might not either. So, yeah I've never heard of that.
You get the money. Yeah. Oh, God, these... Mate, do your boot sales, the guys working there have walkie-talkies where you can literally hear everything that they're saying? Yeah. Like, it's so loud on them. And they're like...
Joan in aisle 3 hasn't parked right. Can you tell her?
I know, like, there's a guy coming down in a Ford. He ain't fucking paid yet. Make sure you stop him. He ain't parking up unless he's done that. He ain't getting that pitch because he's paid double. Don't let him go anywhere. Get him back in there.
People who park on the side road and walk in. Yeah, they ain't paid. They ain't parked in here. Make sure you charge them on the door. You hear it all. You're like, so embarrassing. What was Chris saying about the car boot mafia earlier? Do you have the car boot mafia of yours?
Do you have the car boot mafia? I have a group of mine who go around and split up and gather it. We need a little gang going around in boot. It's basically like at the bins in America, isn't it? You know, where they have groups of people that queue up at the bins and source for people, having people save stuff for them.
You had someone say, I can't sell it to you because I'm waiting. I've got the car boot mafia coming.
Picked up the game, someone picked up a N60 Nintendo 64. I don't even know anything about it, but guy pulled it out of the boot, put it on the table. Geezer ran, didn't shuffle, full on sprint.
Oh, we're talking like 100 meter.
I'm talking IKEA bags going over his head, like bang, bang, bang. And then he was like, right, how much for that or whatever. Then people turned around, saw, quick shuffle. And then, but he'd already done the deal. Yes. And then I overheard, and I didn't know if it's good. I still don't know if this is good. But it was a boxed N64. It was like 20 quid. And then the guy was like, that's fair, done, or whatever. Everyone's kicking off. Everyone's going mad. A guy was like, hope that blows up in his face when he plugs it in. And yeah, it was people. Gaming stuff is nuts.
It's nuts. But another thing I've heard at the car boot, when someone has like, you see him all hovering, the guy's negotiating. He's like, we do like 20 quid for the box. The guy's like, oh, go on then. And then you'll hear him walk off. Oh, you got that cheap. Oh, you sold that too cheap. And they're saying it loud so the seller hears like, you've lost a deal, walk off. Accept take the L, walk off, regardless of what you think. But I hear him go, oh, he sold that too cheap. Oh, mate, I would have held out a bit more for that. It's so awkward for the guy buying it then, because he's like, oh, yeah, cheers, mate. Just shoving it all in the bag, quickly getting the 20 quid out.
Yeah. Also, people say I put it on Facebook Marketplace and get the money. I'm asking. Yeah, same with eBay, Vinted, all that. But we're not on Marketplace. We're in a field.
There's buyers with walkie-talkies, mate.
Oh, that's a hack. AirPods, like if you went AirPods, so say if I get loose, I get
just phone each other, just leave the call on.
Oh, I've seen people do it. Like if I got loose to the car boot, get her with her wireless headphones in, ring her, keep it on like that. She goes down one, I go down the other, and then she goes, right, back aisle, middle aisle, whatever, got it in my hands. It's this. Say she doesn't know it as well as I do, but she's like, right, got it in my hands, come over now. Could be a hack. People put in their hands in the trolleys. Mr. Patagonia by seconds on Sunday. Yeah, we see that actually.
Why is Kaylee calling me out? I know she's trying to stir up things here, but
what about drones? Have we been in them?
I've seen a buyer in the queue of a drone for Kaylee. That's literally me. I like the drone shot of the car. When I used to do my videos at the car boot, the drone shot was killer. But I've never thought about getting a drone out before the car boot sale and scanning it and saying, yeah, do you know what? Look at row 3. Let me get really close. Landing the drone on the opposite table to angle the camera to stop. I've never thought about it, but Kaylee, that's genius.
That's such a good, mate. That would make the best video ever. I mean, you'd get banned, but like UAV, yeah, be like UAV.
Yeah, I'm thinking, what can I use the drone for these days? But that's the way. I'm going to take the drone to every car boot set. Do you know what? I might fly the drone down the next row. You know, if you're walking down row 2, have the drone down row 3 and have the edge. I've seen binoculars. I have actually seen binoculars in the queue. I must admit, I've seen it.
Oh, mate, what else could you get in the queue? Right, scanning. Like, how could we scan it? Mate. Binoculars, drone. So you do drone overhead. You're looking on that. So you're like, right, I've got the back aisles. I've got them sorted. Drone over, scanned them. Look at that. Get the drone back, then go bang like that.
Do you think a telescope from the car park is a bit too much, though? Like binoculars on a drone's one thing, but imagine car park, yeah, miles away with a telescope.
And then you get you know, when it's like 5-star, starts getting dark, you get the night vision out.
That's what Kaylee said. Might need to get the night vision at 5 a.m. Yeah. Oh, mate. Kaylee's given me a terrific idea with the drone, though. You could go sourcing before you get in.
Do the drone. Can you speak to people on the drone?
Oh, no, you can't, but there must be a way. And George is right. Imagine having a little hook with like an IKEA bag and say, right, I know there's no buying until 9 o'clock, but hear me out. Chuck them 5 Furbies in, and I promise you I'll come and pay when I'm in. Or have some money attached to the drone so they can just take the tenner off. Furbies in the IKEA bag, straight to the back of the van.
You go fishing rod over IKEA bag.
Oh, we're doing fishing rods now.
So if you go fishing rod, and then you go attached to it, there's like a bit of paper with your number saying "call me."
Oh yeah.
So you leave the fishing rod out there, so they ring you, and you're doing the deal with the binoculars on, so you can see what they're saying in that as well.
Yeah.
And then you're looking at the items, and you're going, right, can we do this for that?
And then by that time, everyone's in already, and you're there trying to reel it in. You're race reeling it in, getting caught on the grass, and everyone's in there getting the stuff, and you're like, fucking hell, I ain't worked again.
Oh, Musk is clearing off at the flea market using, surely technically not breaking the rules. Exactly, you're not in there. No one's put a sign up saying no fishing rods or binoculars or anything like
that. Go, Gadget Arms. Inspector Gadget's. Oh, mate. Mate, every time we go past the hour, this podcast goes absolutely rogue.
Yes, just like, have you seen the viral video of the robot that tries to the shop by buys the guy beer similar to that. So if we get a little robot, we just send it in because there's no people allowed in.
Yeah,
but you send the little robot in.
Remote control car, one of them with the camera on, you can just zoom around. Yeah, mate, there's plenty of ways. We're finding hacks of how to get past the no entry before 9 o'clock at the car boot.
Because the thing is, we have a big fence, so you'd have to, because you could go high, couldn't you? So you could go, cast it high and then land it on and then attach your number to it. And whoever wants to do a deal beforehand. Boot jumpers are disgusting. Remove them from Reselling.
Yeah, they've been put well in the bin.
Yeah, they're in the bin. Yes, we had a lot of bins. I don't think we had. I don't know. We had quite a few wins, to be honest.
Yeah, we had a few wins, but I'll tell you the biggest win: finding a way to get stuff in the car boots out before it opens. We've got the drone, we've got the fishing rod, we've got the binoculars, we've got the telescope, we've got the go-go gadget arms, we've got the remote control car. There's plenty of ways to make it work.
I didn't even think about the remote control car. Yeah, you could attach something to that, but they're quite weak, aren't they? So I don't know if you could get anything back. Peace out, Dominic. Yeah, he's got to go to dance. Part 2. It must be a part 2. No, we just, as soon as it hits 1 hour, that's it. It's just game over.
Anything to be fair, it's been a fun one today. But you did have, before we go, you did have one serious, not serious, but an eBay related thing that you wanted to share with people, didn't you? Do you want to talk about that?
Don't know, but you said there's no point though, didn't you? And there probably isn't. But you know, when we was,
go on, bring it up, share it in.
I haven't got it on here, but it was just that. What was it? I can't even remember what it was. It's on the listing bit now, isn't it? You know, you have to add in the product information, you have to add in the person of responsibility, all that. It's actually on the listing part now. So
share it. People are going to be like, "What's this guy talking about?"
Yeah, but we're just getting serious again now. Like it's gone past all the serious bit.
No,
but yeah, we'll put it in.
We need one bit of serious in it because otherwise people will think it's just like,
no, jokes. Fishing rods, robots, all that is unreal.
And now we've had our fun. This is pure serious. All right, this is important. Dev said as well, why you get out, get rid of the buyers smoking when looking at clothes. 100% ban smoking from the car boots out.
Oh, that bloke. I don't know how you can stop that though.
No, obviously you can't. You can't tell people they can't smoke in public outdoors.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's on the list. It's on the listing thing. I can't. Yeah.
Do you want me to bring it in? Are you struggling?
Yeah, go on, mate. I don't know what's going on here.
All right, here we go.
Someone put about smoking the green stuff earlier as well.
Oh, mate, there's loads of that around my car boots.
Yeah, but crack of dawn. I'm talking like first thing, 5 o'clock. Nuts.
So, guys, at the bottom of your listing, shout out Neil, by the way, Neil and Jan. I don't know if Neil does his channel anymore, but Neil and Jan. Neil shouted it out yesterday to me. At the bottom of this listing here, they've already added in all of these item disclosures. And this stuff is not kicking in until the end of the year, but eBay have already added them in. And we were looking at this yesterday. Look how much information you need to put in.
That makes me feel ill. As if item specifics didn't make you want to throw up anyway.
Let's open them all up. Create one in seller disclosures so you can do a take back policy. This take back policy, by the way, is absolutely mad. It's basically saying, like, would you accept an item back if it's slightly different to what you sent? It's crazy, some of this stuff, but all this information that eBay is going to be expecting us to fill out, they need to sort something out with it because there's no way I'm filling out this for every single item.
I think we might as well. I'll just call it a day, won't we?
I've been off shipping to Europe. I don't lie.
I think that's it. What we're doing we're moving over to Instagram now, aren't we?
We are. We're going to do half an hour of research. We're trying to keep this research thing on the go. It's day 2 today, so 2 days in a row, building a bit of consistency. But yeah, we're going to dip to Instagram. So if you want to come along, there'll probably be less chat, more work over on there. But mate, it's been fun. It's good to do a random fun one. And next week we might go a bit more serious on the eBay front, but it's quite fun to do a random one. But I need us to create a boots out etiquette list. I think that'd be good.
Yeah.
What's Tommy saying here? Have you guys already packed your orders? We don't miss Tommy T.
James is on it. Right. Let's move to Instagram. See you guys in a bit. Sweet.
Peace.
Uh,